Was Jesus a first responder? Today is Sunday, March 29th, the 5th week of Lent. First responders are paramedics, firefighters, police officers. They're there as soon as they can be at the scene of an emergency. And sometimes they'll bring us to the second responders, nurses and physicians, all for the cause of helping to save a life when necessary. Was Jesus a first responder? According to today's gospel, no. He was not there at the scene of an emergency as soon as he could be. But yes, he would be there after the fact, to show everybody the glory of God and to give life to somebody who had died. Today's gospel is from John chapter 11, the raising of Lazarus from the dead. Jesus loved that family of Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. And when Jesus was told, "The one that you love is ill," Jesus did not rush onto the scene. And let that be a lesson for us. If we ever get bad, if not horrible news about somebody we love, be careful of rushing to get there. Be careful of panicking. Take a deep breath, have faith, and move forward. When Jesus got this news, he told his apostles that Lazarus was going to die. But his death would not be in vain. His death would give glory to God, because Jesus would awaken him from death. When Jesus arrived at the scene, Lazarus was in the tomb for 4 days. And the sisters said to him, "Lord, if you would have been here, our brother would have lived." Before Jesus went to work, he did something that first responders sometimes do after some of their emergency calls. Jesus wept. That's John 11:35. And it's an answer to the question, does God really care what happens? It's the answer to the question. He cared so much that he wept. And it's the beginning of Jesus transforming what was to us the familiar order of things, of going from life to death. Jesus would transform that when he resurrected people, gave them life, in particular Lazarus. And we commemorate this later on when he rose from the dead. He transformed the familiar order of life to death, and he took it from death to life. Thus, he cried first before he did his work. And as he got ready to do his work, he ordered that the stone be rolled away from the tomb. And that symbolizes Jesus clearing the barrier between life and death. And the people feared, and they even voiced their fears. "Lord, there will be a stench. He's been in there for 4 days." And that's the fear of death being unleashed on the living. But Jesus said, "Do you believe? Are you ready to see the glory of God?" Then he said a prayer to his Father. "Father, I thank you for hearing me." And then he gave the order, "Lazarus, come out of the tomb." And the dead man emerged from the tomb with the burial cloth still on his face. We are given the responsibility of being first responders in life, to the emergencies in life, and also to be first responders in matters of faith. Jesus would ask more than once, "Do you believe?" We respond, and Jesus acts. And when we say yes, on his time, and when the time is right, and for the glory of God, that's when Jesus will restore life. We are first responders here to take care of one another. He is the first and the only responder to respond to our faith and to give life back to the dead.